Why does the applause of the world feel so vital, yet leave you so empty? Why is the thirst for approval a fire that is never quenched, only demanding more fuel? The world has taught you a profound lie, that your value is a reflection in the eyes of others. But the Stoics, those engineers of the human soul, knew that to build your life on the foundation of external validation is to build a palace on shifting sand. A Stoic never chases approval, for they know it is the chase itself that makes you weak. Here is why you must abandon this hunt and reclaim the authority you so freely give away. First, you must understand that the need for approval is a form of slavery. When you orient your actions to please others, you are no longer the master of your own life. You become a servant to the whims, moods, and often irrational judgments of the crowd. You trim your sails to catch their favorable wind, losing your own destination in the process. You are handing over the keys to your own emotional state. A word of praise from them, and you are elated. A word of criticism, and you are crushed. Epictetus, who knew slavery firsthand, taught that freedom is not found in controlling events, but in mastering our judgments about them. The opinion of others is the ultimate external event, utterly outside your command. To stake your peace upon it is to volunteer for a lifetime of servitude. You are a king who has abandoned his throne to beg for scraps at his own gate. Second, you must recognize that approval is a hollow currency. It is a counterfeit of genuine respect. People-pleasing may earn you a fleeting moment of popularity, but it will never earn you true reverence. Why? Because the world, despite its noise, has an instinct for substance. It can sense the difference between a person who stands for something and a person who will bend for anything. The person who chases approval is predictable, malleable, and ultimately not to be trusted in a storm. Respect is reserved for the oak, not the willow. It is given to the one who stands by their principles even when it is unpopular, to the one whose yes is meaningful because their no is a real possibility. By constantly seeking to be liked, you are signaling to the world that you are not a person of substance, and paradoxically, you destroy the very foundation upon which genuine respect is built. The Stoic, therefore, does not chase approval. They command self-respect. They move their focus from the external chaos to the internal order. The goal is not to be thought of as good, but to be good. This requires a radical shift in your measure of success. You must establish a new courtroom, an inner tribunal where you alone are the judge. And this judge does not ask, did they applaud? This judge asks, did you act with courage? Did you act with justice? Did you act with temperance and wisdom? To begin this great work, you must forge new habits in the fire of discipline. You must stop over-explaining your choices, for justification is a form of begging for understanding. You must act according to your own reasoned principles, and let the action be its own statement. You must practice voluntary hardship, choosing the difficult correct path over the easy popular one, to prove to yourself that you can endure disapproval. You must learn to see criticism not as a personal attack, but as data, perhaps useful, perhaps not, to be examined with cold reason. When you cease to chase approval, a strange and wonderful thing happens. You do not become an arrogant hermit, isolated from humanity. Instead, you become truly free to engage with the world on your own terms. Your actions are no longer performances. They are authentic expressions of your character. Your kindness is no longer a plea. It is a genuine gift. And the world, in its strange wisdom, often ends up giving its deepest respect to the very people who have proven they do not need it. Let the world's applause be a passing echo, not the reason you sing. Forge your self-worth in the silent furnace of your own virtue. This is the only approval that can never be taken from you. This is the only path to becoming unshakable.